Welcome to another edition of the Touchdown Club Coaches Show. Coach Masella, Max Rottenecker here to talk Seahawk football. Coach, not the result you were looking for at St. Francis U, but still lots of positives to take away from the trip to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it was disappointing. The second half was disappointing, and it's kind of a little repeat from Central game. We just got to find ways to win in the second half, and there was a lot of positives, but we came up short against a good St. Francis team, and we got to rebound this week and get ready to gear it up again.
Now, it looks like every week we watch your team and we just see another newcomer make a big play. This week it was Randy Pfizer, third longest reception in all of FCS football this year. Longest catch by a Seahawk since 2012. So what can you tell us about his speed and his explosiveness and what he's going to bring to the table moving forward?
Randy is the state 100-meter champ from the state of Pennsylvania. So he went back home, I guess, to his home state and showed that speed. He's going to be a very good football player. We're going to keep feeding him some things and getting him where he can go, as a full-time player. Right now he's not there yet, but obviously we're pleased to see that speed and that talent come through, and it was a big play for us on Saturday.
Now, sticking with the offense a little bit, starting to click a little bit here, especially in the first half and in the third quarter. Looking at the numbers, you're up at the top of the conference in passing efficiency, yards per completion. So does that tell you you're moving into the right direction as far as getting the offense on track?
Well, I think Jalen Frazier has done a great job at quarterback. He's gotten better every week, and a lot of these young players now are starting to feel more comfortable, and we can open up the playbook a little bit. We want to be able to be balanced on offense and defense. We're not quite as much balance as I want right now, but each week has been a little bit better on offense, which is good to see. We struggled in the spring and struggled against Buffalo, and we've gotten a little better each and every week, and that's the goal right now, to keep improving.
And looking at it defensively, the last 2 weeks, these first two conference games, obviously explosive plays are called explosive plays for a reason, but if you take away 2 or 3 plays in each of those games, your defense is right there.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. As a defensive coach, our goal is not to give up explosive plays, and we've given them up each of the 3 weeks. Saturday, the big play hurt us, and we have to clean that up as we move forward. We can't give up those plays and expect to win football games. You got to make offenses earn it all the way down the field, and a couple times on Saturday we didn't allow that to happen.
All right, Coach, thank you. We're going to take a quick break. It's the Touchdown Club Coaches Show on NEC Front Row.
At Wagner College, we have this beautiful campus where I get to know my professors and I make great friends.
I've gotten really involved in the local community, leading theater programs. At the same time, New York City surrounds us, so I can get internships at prestigious organizations, explore cultures from all over the world,
and experience just life as a city girl.
At Wagner, I learn by doing. It's practical. It's the Wagner plan.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Welcome back to the show. Time to take a look at this week's opponent, Temple, the second FBS game of the season. And Coach, we're in your office. There's a football up here from one of your biggest wins of your career. So, and I've heard you mention it plenty of times. What does it mean to have big wins like that where you're the heavy underdog?
Well, I think one, again, I'll go back. Our kids love playing in these games. It's a great challenge for them. And if you win one of those games, you remember it for a lifetime. I've been fortunate enough to win a few of those games over the course of my coaching career, and when you look back and talk to, former players who played in those games stick out. So, it's another opportunity for our guys to go play the big boys, and we got our hands full this year. Temple's got a pretty good football team. But let's go play. Let's go play and let our kids go and let it all hang out and see where they stack up against, the power, the Group 5 1A football program.
Now, this program has had its fair share of influence from Temple, the most recent one being Terrence Knighton, obviously a Temple grad, and you hear about all the Temple tough mantra that they preach over there, and Coach Knighton obviously very proud of that when he was here. Had some other assistant coaches over the years that have been at Temple. Is that still? Do you still see that on tape?
Well, on tape, they're a physical offense and they're a physical defense. Boston College could not run the ball on them a week ago, and they're physical on offense. So yes, I do see that. Unfortunately, we see that. But hey, listen, they play the game the right way, and that's why they've had a pretty good program over the last decade or so. And we got to go meet that Temple toughness with Seahawk toughness. So we look forward to it, but it should be it's going to be a challenge. But we look forward to the challenge.
Now, I know the field's the same size, and it's 120 yards, and there's 2 goalposts at each end, but you're going from a stadium that probably seats 1,500 to 2,000 people to an NFL stadium seating almost 70,000 people. Is there a difference, maybe probably in the kicking game a little bit, or do you just say, hey, we're going to line up, it's the field's the same size?
I don't know. I could bring out that old, yardstick from the movie Hoosiers and tell, put out the length of the court and all that. Listen, it's 120 yards long and 54 yards, just about 54 yards wide. But there are some hidden distractions, with the size of the stadium they're playing. But again, I think those are all positives. It gives our kids another experience in their college football life, and certainly that will be a great one playing in the Link.
I'm certainly excited. I know you are. Our alumni are excited. We can't wait for Saturday. We're going to take another quick break. It's the Touchdown Club Coaches Show on NEC Front Row. Welcome back to the show. Obviously hitting the road again. We were in Buffalo to start the season, now Western Pennsylvania last week, and now we're going to be in Philadelphia. But it seems like, wherever we go with this program, whether it's a local trip or a 6-hour bus ride or even a flight down to Florida a couple of years ago, there's always alumni support, especially at these FBS games.
No question about it, and I think our alums love the game. They get to experience a different venue and a different team that we're playing that we normally don't play, and they've shown up in a big way. So it's great for everybody involved, and we appreciate their support, and they're following our Seahawks, and hopefully we'll have a big crowd on Saturday.
Now you're obviously an alum too, and you've coached all over the place. When you weren't here, was Wagner the first team that you checked on the phone after the game?
Always. I'd get on the phone and look up what our Seahawks did, and that's part of it. If you take great pride in where you played, that's the first score you always go to. And I followed them, all through my career. And the other piece of it was I got to connect with Coach Hamline on a weekly or bi-weekly basis of how they were doing. So, I think it's pretty neat. You have a school that you love and your program that you played for and take great pride in that program. So, that's the way it will always be. And I hope it's that way with most of our football alum at Wagner.
That's the beauty of college football. I couldn't have said it any better. Appreciate your thoughts on here, and good luck this weekend. We thank you for watching. This has been the Touchdown Club Coaches Show on NEC Front Row.